Okay, after 2 days break, we've come back to do a read. It is the 30th of July 2025, Wednesday. We're in the middle of Rahu Kal. Ideally, we should not start anything new during Rahu Kal, but since this is an old read and we've just taken a break from it, it's okay. So the energies of the day is Mercury, Sun, and Jupiter. Okay, we will ask the pendulum if she's okay or not. I think it is fine. So I haven't really asked the pendulum anything so far. I needed a break to regroup my thoughts and just take a break. So I've done that 2 days. Yeah, I was told to continue doing the read, so I haven't changed it. The read is primarily what spirit wants to say to me, because I was blank and the spirit says they want to talk. So the spirit is doing whatever throws are and then what we get out of it. Okay, we'll keep it open on the place where the read was first done. Good to include it everywhere. Let's see. So, are you here with me? I stopped doing the read for a little while, you know it, but I was getting back to you for small little things, but not recorded. You want me to go and check the Russia part of it and the Japan part of it in this read? You want me to do a new throw for Russia and Japan part of it? You want me to move lock, stock, barrel to Russia or Japan, whichever place? You told me get a visa for Russia. Okay, I continue reading connected with JAYA.ADVANI, St. Elizabeth's Nursing Home and Fort Convent. You want me to do that? Okay, you want to enjoy the rasgullas? You don't want to be disturbed? Okay, you enjoy it. Okay, enjoy. Okay, I'll continue with the read. You enjoy. Okay, so she likes the smell of the rasgullas. Yesterday also I had kept some and she refused to let me eat it for at least 1-2 hours. So I remember that today, so I have offered it. I'll eat it in the evening. She can enjoy it. Okay. Coming to the read, we have over here Saint Elizabeth JA from Fort Convent Ox. That's me because I'm born in 1973. Looks like there is an NRI or there is the ER in my gut. Anyway, just to ensure that we are on track, this is entirely on my ID. I found it after a 2-day break because I just needed a break. So just along the way, I found lots of things on my childhood and while I was growing up. So we will go into all of it. Let's see what we get. Okay, just to ensure that we're on track, what we do is we show you this. The first time I did this read, which is part 1, 14th of July 2025. Okay, I've speeded it because it takes a little time. A little slow. Okay, most important. EU, SRL, CM, B, mu, GON, GON, X, RTT, IR, RF, JA. So that's that. That's how the read started. We need to get the same thing from here. This is talking about my upbringing. Fort Convent School I went to. CJM also I went to. Where is it? CJM, Convent of Jesus and Mary, Fort Convent. I studied at Australia and did an MBA. AU. MBA being MBA. That was 1996, 1997. I did my BCom in HR college. BCOM. I was born at St. Elizabeth, not Bet, but okay, this is close. St. Elizabeth Nursing Home, which is nursing. How do you spell nursing? NURSING at Malabar Hill. I don't know. Malabar Malabar Hill. Okay, so anyway, that's where I was born. That's where JAYA.ADVANI was born. That's where Vinod Mirchandani was born. Apparently, Neeta and Rekha were also born over there. But my other cousins like Nikhil Advani, the Hingo Ranis were born at Beach Candy Hospital. So I used to ask my mother why a nursing home, why I was not born in Beach Candy. So she used to say, no, in the nursing home, what happens is it's a more private thing. And come on, Chandru uncle's children also were born over there. Everyone who's gone to Fort Convent, many of them were born over there. So it's a more private place to be born at. Okay. I don't know if GT Hospital is where I went for my inoculation for the first time. My passport was given to me. That was in 1979, 1980 sometime. If you notice over here, the undergrad, University of Waikato. There is no University of Waikato. But that was the diploma of marketing that I did 2011 to 2012. But that is not reflected over here, because between 1996-97 you moved my identity, stealing my passport, and you put it onto that who's the undergrad. You classified me as an undergrad even at University of Waikato. You had to go out of your way. You killed Dr. Barry or something. The man who was the professor for consumer behavior. He gave me an A on my papers in the holiday semester break of 2 months, 2.5 months. When I got back to the second semester, I was told that he had died of a heart attack, and his condolences were happening with his daughters. He has some daughter or something of that sort. Dr. Richard Valley, who was relationship marketing, put me in a group on purpose, or maybe not purpose, it just so happened. That group gave me a final marking of something of D or C or C minus. I wanted to do a PhD, extend my 1-year diploma, because I had already done my MBA. I wanted to go ahead and do my PhD. But he said that no, your marks and your grades are not good enough. Then he says, but it dropped and you got this average marking because that presentation, the rest of them didn't do an okay job. So it dropped all your grades. Do you want me to give you grace marks? And I said, no, let it be. Because I had already done my MBA from Australia. So I didn't want to mess with it. And none of these grades that I got were stolen. They were my own hard work. Even University of Waikato was primarily my own hard work. I don't remember any professor giving me grace marks for anything. If Lauren Friend, Professor Lauren Friend or Dr. Lauren Friend marked me less, I mustn't have done well in the research papers. But if Dr. Carolyn Costley was really good, then she really gave me a really good unit, 2 of them to do, which really brought value to the entire 1-year diploma. But that's just not reflected over here. It is reflected in the undergrad. Because at that point in time, I believe you have shifted that passport which got stolen. 1996, end of the year, early 97. It says that identity was moved to somebody else. So anyway, it shows over here. Let's see what else we get over here. First thing first, we need to equate this with that. Right? So we go, the first one is EU, it stays EU. Then we have SRL. Then we have CM. Then we have mu. Mu, GON, GON, X, RTT, IR RF okay, it's good to do this. JA B here there is an R missing because I threw some of this down yesterday because I was so irritated. I'll just find the R and come back, or I'll get an R from the box. I think I'll just look for the R. Okay, got the R also. RF. So EU CMB mu SRL gone XRTT IRRF JA. Okay, so that's the same as that. EUCM B mu SRL X gone RTT IR RF JA. EU CM B mu SRL gone X RTT IR RF JA. Read it out the same way as it was before. Now we start with the details of whatever we get connected with my identity and whatever I see with my upbringing reflecting in this throw. I'm glad I finally got something, because there's so much confusion on the identities that is actually disgusting. My name JAYA.ADVANI on my passport is when I am 7-8 years old. When I say I've been provided for, you don't fucking call me Benami, you little motherfucker. You have taken signatures of mine on blue blank paper. 1987, 1988 sometime, or 1989. What did you do with those papers? Shares were bought in my name, my sister's name, joint with my father, entirely in my name, entirely in my sister's name, entirely in my father's name. No fucking Benam. Benam tu hai. और तू A grade झूठा है. The worstest of the worstest. You are the beast. You know what a beast is? BEAST. You are the bloody beast. Ugly ogre. OGRE. Your Atma is on your face, you ugly beast. You have stolen from I don't know how many people who are wealthy. Today you are hiding out in America, maybe Russia too. But I really do hope that crap like you is found out really soon and thrashed, never to ever come back onto earth ever again. Okay, so anyway, we start with St. Elizabeth's Nursing Home. Okay, so you can understand we're talking about St. Elizabeth's Nursing Home. Now you will appreciate that I am not at Texas. These are the people, this is the woman who has stolen the passport and moved abroad. This is supposed to be nursing. So this is not about me, this is about the one who is in Texas as of now. Connected with Rocky Fernandez, Tony Fernandez, connected with X, having stolen the passport 1996 and grabbed identity after that, an undergraduate. They are the people who are insisting I'm Benam, but no, I am not Benam because Rocky Fernandez, Rosie Fernandez, Carmeline Fernandez has worked at Forge as well for my grandmother and my father. From which year? Rosie Fernandez left the job from 509 Tulsiani Chambers after the office moved out of Forge as well, first floor, 9 New Marine Lines, Bombay 400020. Sometime in 1986-87. Seventh standard, I think I had my new room. The office converted into my bedroom shared with my sister JAYA.ADVANI, file name Cat. In the 7th standard, I would have been in which year? Which year would it have been? If in 1983, I am 10 years old. So 10 in 1983, 84, 85, 86, 87. In 87, I turned 14. But the foul play has already happened around the time when I am about 13 years old. Rosie leaves a couple of years after that from Tulsiani Chambers. So I don't need to steal anybody's passport because my passport is given to me in 1980, 1979. Whenever I went on that Chidambaram ship. Also, GT hospital is for the yellow fever inoculation because it was a government setup. I don't think you could go to private places to get your inoculation. It had to be from a public hospital or a government hospital. It was a dingy room. I fainted when I got my injection on my arm because I was a very bony child, very delicate, very, very thin. Then we got the passport offices, the photos also taken over there. First the photos taken and then the inoculation given. So if the passport was created in my name when I am 7 years old, because my grandmother died when I was 8 years old. So in and around, yeah, so if I'm born in 73, 1980 should have been the first passport. On that passport, I have even done my BCom. On my passport, I have also done my MBA at Queensland University of Technology. But that gets over mid 1997 and I returned to India. But end 1996, January 1997, that passport goes missing. Daily wage workers have been working in our home. A contractor who is known to Divya Bhargava's mother is what JAYA.ADVANI says, so he's trustworthy. He's a contractor. He does the breaking and making of walls and nothing else. So he brings the people who need to come pick up the stuff. Yes, Bangarwala has to come and pick up the rubble. So he brings him to clear the rubble. After all, it is the making of walls and the breaking of walls. So the house is filled with cement and it's a pretty messy place. And rubble and mosquitoes. It's like a construction site. So who amongst them stole the stuff is question worthy. When they've stolen the stuff, what did they do with it? Because when it goes to doing the diploma of marketing, fast forward to 2011, the gap between 1997 to 2011, there is a lot of questionable activity according to my understanding. Then after 2011, was there more further questionable activity? No, you know, but then the miscreant needs to be found. Grabbing people's identity and doing the wrong things on it doesn't make the identity a bad person. It makes there is a human effort behind that identity. So whose human effort is it? And that's the miscreant. So you'll appreciate that Texas is connected with X indirectly. What is Rocky Fernandez, Tony Fernandez doing over there? This is supposed to be nursing home. Here also we got Nargonli, which means Narka. What's that? Hell. Worse than Patal. L is Elizabeth. This girl probably got involved with Cyrus Mistry and Cyrus Mistry's wife. Shape-shifting, misusing their assets. This girl has shape-shifted at United Breweries also. And the Kingfisher issues connected with her only. United Breweries is not stolen from the Advani family or the people involved in 1976 all the way to 1980, I would say up to 87. Nobody went sniffing for it and grabbing it. Whatever happened naturally. For those years, we feel lucky. It's good. They were nice people, or at least seemed nice people. What happened afterwards, I don't know, but I don't appreciate it. Yes, I'm born in the year of the ox, 1973, but I am not United Breweries Mew, and I didn't know CM. Whether that is Mr. Krishna or whether that is Cyrus Mistry. Connected with Rohika Chagla Mistry. This is Tony Fernandez. He's tall enough to shapeshift for Elon Musk. Rohika Chagla Mistry is either born in 1971 or 1967. I'm born in 73. 1967 and 1971 either is the zodiac, Chinese zodiac of the pig, or then the Chinese zodiac of, I don't know, the snake. The ox is 1973, which is me. Now, I don't fight elections and I'm not part of anything that's in the public space. So I cannot see why I need extra. You call me Benam, I'll ensure you are born in such a manner, you'll be trying to find your ash from your face. I don't appreciate cheap behavior and cheap people, not for anything. Mine is a private space. I don't like being called names uselessly, especially when I haven't contributed to the bullshit and when you're fucking flying high. I most certainly haven't eaten from it. Can you explain to me what all you've taken from me? What you think? When you get a minor, you will screw them over whichever way you want? The amount of intercepting of calls, the amount of intercepting of communication, whatever be the style of communication, the amount of bloody manipulation you people have done. One lie leading to a heap of lies, grabbing, never stopping. Ugliness at its bestest. Wherever there have been God-given resources, you people have stolen. So according to me, this is the culprit. And whoever it is in their group of people. Now, if we want to go to St. Elizabeth's Nursing Home, which is where I was born, and I was very disappointed to be born over there. I wanted to be born at Beach Candy because all my cousins were born there. So I think, well, I don't know why a nursing home. I cannot put United Breweries over here because JA is over here, so I can't do that. I can definitely put the Fort Convent School. Gun, I'm not sure what gun. REM. Okay, so one way of reading this is you are JA Saint Elizabeth Oxford Convent gun your REM. REM is only losing my religion. Maybe rug. JA Saint Elizabeth our Oxford Convent rug gun. Or rung. Undergrad. J. Saint Elizabeth Oxford Convent RRR Rung undergrad. I'm not an undergrad, I'm a postgrad. I don't know EM at all. I'm a Gemini though. I've got lots of planets in Gemini. So let's see for the identity. I need to see the identity showing itself. If we say CJM, Fort Convent CGM is where I went for my school. She stole my report cards. Can you get my report cards from Fort Convent School? This woman has not gone to school. I want my report cards back. She's gone and morphed all my bloody photos. Yeah, she's gone and fucking put on one photo, she's put so many fucking faces. All my bloody memories. I don't know about any gun. I have no idea. RRR Saint Elizabeth FCCJM Ox EU and GT. GT is the time where we get our injection from the government hospital that is 10 minutes away from my home at Crawford Market. It is also near the passport office at Crawford Market near Times of India. So I'm assuming in those days to get the yellow fever injection, Varsha and my father took us to wherever the appointed place was. It was a dingy room. they would have taken out our photo first for the passport and then given us the yellow fever injection, for which I fainted. So this GT has connection to getting the passport first when I am 7 years old, to go on that holiday. So he could be ruing about it, I don't know. RRR Rue Elizabeth, Saint Elizabeth, JA, BCom, Ox, GT Fund. I don't understand what that is. Organ. Tony Fernandez gun. Or Rocky Fernandez gun, because it is Kabir Gupta who I was shown holds the gun to shoot, but he doesn't do that in my dream. And it is Akhil Gupta who picks up the stone to throw it on my back, and the dream cuts. These were two deep state dreams. These two boys have shape-shifted for Kabir Gupta and Akhil Gupta. But then on the back of what? Where is the real Kabir Gupta of 190 Sankey Road and Akhil Gupta, who we've hung out with when I'm 2 and 3 years old? Where are those boys? What did you do with the originals? And how did Rosie Fernandez, who has worked, and her mother also has worked in our home, how did they go grabbing Kabir and Akhil's identity? The hint is in Fern's residency. How did you get them to grab and then to call people who actually have a proper history, to call us Benam? I call you people who should not be employed in homes like ours. You don't, no, you should never get a job with people like us. Not ever. Maybe somebody who took my identity was a lesbian. Let's put it on record, I'm not a lesbian. I like men, but I have a list that I like in men. And I don't whore myself around. Understand it loud and clear. If your lesbian activity that you found is post 96, 97, then that girl needs to be arrested. She has stolen my identity and she has fucked around everywhere she could with a bunch of absolutely horrendous, useless beings, and they have scammed their way. SCAME, no D. Scammed, they have stolen. They steal even today. They're probably habituated to it. I don't know. You find out what the issue is with Mr. Bezos and Scott McKinsey. SCOTMC, Scott McKinsey, Amazon, along with Bezos, Jeff, JEFBESO, no Z. Find out. Scam, 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 scam. Don't fuck around with people like me. I got too little that you should be screwing things over to this extent. Now, if you've done this with something as small as me, you started with something as small as me, but Chagla Mystery is saying what? That you fucking stole more from me than you did from her. Then if you're grabbling and gobbling and the only freaking thing you know is how to do crime, then why would you spare Jeff Bezos? JEFBESO. Why would you spare him? Through him, what do you get? With your bloody fucking cheap digital new age, whatever fuck you want to do. You're an ace liar. You are an ace liar. Manipulating, bloody fucking stealing, fuck, criminal. You don't know how to earn it properly. Actually, the world military should get together. The minute they see you, they should just gun you down. Just gun you down. Actually, ideally, you should be put into a place where you should be questioned. Yeah, they need to get you together and question you. Pick your fucking up. And put you through hard questioning. Girlfriend fun, पता नहीं क्या है. It's not me. Ask my school. I had a boyfriend in school. I had a boyfriend in college. I came back from Australia. I cut my studies. I could have stayed on in Australia. I thought I'm getting married in India, so I came back. But then in 3-4 months, that also went in the air. Australia, was there any girl who has taken my identity once I got my MBA? Why my passport was stolen? I want them caught. You think they're a fucking joke? I want them caught. So that's BCom. What about AU? You'll have some stealing over here because the bitch must have stolen from me. Fucking whore. Here's your stealer. Have fun. I want this woman caught. I don't care who she is. I want her caught. Because in my setup, stealing is not okay. Conning people is absolutely not okay. You want to become a multi-millionaire, you want to be a zillionaire, do so on your own fucking identity. When you are grabbing things, even in the case of Jeff Bezos, the guy has sat on the freaking floor packaging things in his early days. He's built his company, I'm sure, just hiring the right kind of people, giving them good incentives, and okay, they contributed to building a business. I don't think it is a heist. You have grabbed his assets, you have done so much, my reading says, behind the back. Then the minute you fucking take over, you change the whatever the AGM or whatever one statement he gives every year, he's done so habitually from years, suddenly you change that around. It seems like you're insulting him, frankly, from an outsider point of view, when we're understanding your mind and how you talk and how you communicate and how you keep hinting. No, and then you put out stupid videos like, oh, it's so easy to become a billionaire, you can become a billionaire overnight. Ask the ones who earn the money honestly how easy it is to become a billionaire. If your father didn't give you a fucking inheritance, earned through generations, fuck. Anyway, I did my MBA at Australia, but she went and conned from there on. Steel has got to do with Tata Steel. I have a feeling Mr. Ratan Tata. And maybe that Cyrus Mistry. मैरिड टू रोई का चागला मिस्त्री, लेकिन ये जे उसकी जो गर्लफ्रेंड बनी, अब इसकी थोड़ी ना बनेगी. It's not me, baby. I'm not into. Let me put on record the real JAYA.ADVANI, who was born at St. Elizabeth's Nursing Home, who is me, who you've been harming a lot. You spoilt my face. First you spoiled my reputation in my 9th standard. Then you spoilt my face in my 12th standard. You keep fucking around all the fucking time. You're a desperado bitch. Even now you're trying to fuck around with my biometrics, you little bitch. You screwed everybody over who had some money. You chase money. When it comes to me, and when it comes to, I've got very strong something in me. You can check with a girl called Rashmi Nath, and check with Priya Daswani, and check with Ravi Pahuja. Find out. Now find out. Then go to Mr. Ashish Bhatia, supposed to have gone away into the afterlife. He was my friend for 7 years. Ask him what our relationship was like. Rashmi Nath liked Ravi Pahuja. Ravi Pahuja liked me. Ravi Pahuja was the Rakhi brother of my best friend Priya Daswani. Since I knew Rashmi Nath likes Ravi Pahuja, I just kept away. Because I do not get embroiled in messy situations. I have a problem with it. So this kind of stuff, she's a married woman. There is a girlfriend involved. This girlfriend is her girlfriend, or the girlfriend is this girlfriend. She's a married woman having a child. Apparently that's the time she's having her babies. So I don't do all that shit. He is connected with Tata and something, and Tata must be connected with Steel. Is connected. My dad had shares of Tata Steel and Tata Motors. Backward integration in the supply chain. Now fuck it. Just to hell with it. All I'm saying is, she stole my identity. From 96, 97 onwards, I want her caught. Because she's still in Texas. So anyway, you can understand this as RCM or RC, CM, MBA, AU, J, girlfriend, RNL, something connected with steel. This should be with them. Toxi IR. She is doing the Toxi IR as she stole my identity. If we take the MBA, you see who stole my MBA. हमारा आइडेंटिटी इसने चोरी किया है. She shape-shifted for Rohika Chagla Mistry and misused my identity on it. And what I was told is she has stolen far more from me than from her. But I say how it is possible. This girl has got that she's an old soul. She's not toxic at all. She's been stolen from. She's the one who was taken to Lonavala and CRISPR to be looking like my mom. Simultaneously, Varsha was held at Panvel. Aarti is the one who had an apartment in Panvel, so she would have known about it. Yeah, Aarti, whole day you've taken her name over here. Your name is not Gurfina, shape-shifting for Shamlu Sharma. Let's hope not. If I touch my nose and look at Gurf, I don't become Gurf. Maybe she stole from Gurfina or she knows Gurfina. That means it is one of the Fernandeses who has shapeshifted for Kabir Gupta, connected with Fern's residency, or from their same network of shapeshifters. Today he's gone to Tamil Nadu, according to me. So I don't think it is in more black and white. My name is JAYA.ADVANI. I did my MBA and I don't need to steal my freaking MBA because I work for it. And I didn't go on government scholarship. I didn't go on your grandfather's money. I went selling my shares, put in my name as an infant. No, Benam, fuck you. No bloody fucking Benam. You have lied so much at the bottom of the pyramid. You shameless, useless crap. भगवान जो है तुमको मारे सही तरीके से, इतना मारे जहाँ जहाँ तू जावे, नसीब तुमको सिर्फ ठोकरे खिलवाए. तुम जो है इतना झूठ बोला है, इतना तुमने चोरी किया है ऐसे ऐसे लोगों से जिन्होंने तुम्हारा कुछ बिगाड़ा नहीं था. अगर कुछ उनको बनाना था कार्मिक तौर पे, उन्होंने अच्छा कर्म करके अच्छा जन्म पाया है. अगर उसको एक अच्छा जन्म नहीं मिला, सामने से कोई आके उसको पाला है, अगर वो भी नहीं हुआ है और उसने जाके कुछ काम किया है, जब उसने काम किया है जितना वो सही कर्म करके कुछ बना सकता है और बना के फिर वो चीज़ $1 trillion कंपनी बनता है, तो हाउ यू कैन कॉल इट बैड कर्मा? नो, दैट्स गुड कर्मा. God also supports him. He also did the right thing. She also was managing to build, but not stealing. Here, when you are stealing and you're conning, you deserve to get hit by destiny at every turn, in every way. Because you stolen from people who did nothing to you and who are actually okay people. When they build okay. They don't steal. So you have to make good. You're stolen from me also. And you're stolen from me when I was an infant. Not infant, but when I was underage. You need to be taught a lesson of your lifetime, and not one lifetime, many lifetimes, till you don't pay up all your debts. This is very important. This is not about me because this JJ is in Texas somewhere. Stealing, conning, warning, पता नहीं है. हमारा identity चोरी किया है. I want my report cards back. So they must be undergrad. You, Jay, connected with Rocky Fernandez, and you all are undergrads. And you are toxic also. You stole from RCM and CM, and you also stole from JA the earned MBA. That's what it is saying. Why doesn't it talk about my passport? What about my SSC mark sheet? You stole my original school leaving certificate along with the SSC certificate. Anyway, this needs to be looked at in case you want to sort anything with United Breweries, Kingfisher, Nirav Modi, Videocon, Merchant Household, Siddharth, Vicky's husband. हाँ सी ये this Sapurji Palunji. Sap है? You mean snake? Sapurji Palunji. I want to know who spat the venom on me. Who's this poisonous snake? When I'm going to New Zealand, I'm going there to study. I want a break from Bombay. Who sent me the dream of this huge, big, poisonous, ugly snake spitting a blob of venom on me? That blob of venom, for whatever reason, I'm crossing over to another land. I'm going to get a breather and to get out of toxicity. You didn't. You had to chase tail in New Zealand also when I'm going for an undergrad program because I don't want anything that is heavy on the brain. First I have to settle. I'm going there for a breather. I'm going there to just unrust my brains. Who spat as a big snake? Poisonous one, humongous, on me venom, which I nicely ducked. That bloody venom went and hit some big thing somewhere in the back. Huge Rocky Mountains. Off it went. Little sprinkle came on me, and this is still going on. What have you been doing? Who's that poisonous snake? I think you need to rein it in. I don't think anybody who's original would have these qualities. Anybody born into a good birth knows how much work goes into getting a good birth. They would never ruin it for themselves. But if something like this that is only habituated to stealing and is from this kind of a bloodline, habitually from many generations. They enter the Illuminati with whose identity? Just because I kill somebody and I grab their identity and I sit at your Illuminati temple or your Illuminati table or your Freemason table, do I really become it, or am I vitiating the environment, making you not illuminated but making you actually toxic? How can you call yourself the Illuminati? I cannot understand. You got a dirty house. It is steaming. Your steam that you have in that spa is filled with toxic gas based on all the bloody stealing. How can you even bear to be around that kind of energy and then dare to call yourself Illuminati? There's nothing in you that's illuminated. Come on, look at this. Look at the bloody conning. The stealing. You clear your house out first. Know who is who before you even have that kind of a dare to call yourself anything. All those who didn't sit at your table last 100 years are lucky probably. पता नहीं है बाजू में कौन बैठा है, पहले क्या करता था, अब चेहरा लेके आ गया है, पता नहीं कितना मर्डर, चोरी चोरी पोरी पता नहीं क्या करके. Who wants to sit near them? छी. If you're talking about this chap for Cyrus Mistry, this girl for Rohika Chagla Mistry, they are the Fernandeses. The fools have given these people jobs. On the back of what have they done on the back of it? Neither is she alive nor is he alive. Who do you thank for it? Who do you thank for it? Disgusting. You people are disgusting. I am closing this reading. I am tired now. I get irritated whenever these kind of things come. Enough. You come back in the evening. I have no time for this kind of crap. You steal, you don't become it. Right? You're useless. Understand it once and for all. You are stolen from RG also, Rahul Gandhi also. Before also you've been told, when you steal and you keep increasing criminal activity world over, everything you steal, you plow it back, reinvest it into more criminal activity. You don't have the capability of spreading good stuff. You will spread toxicity like what Scotland and England is. Ireland has become. You have shapeshifted for this guy, and Ireland is like a shithole. You will do that to the entire world if you are not stopped in time, but it is not my job to stop you. It is the job of those who took the job of intelligence, army, military, police, for them to deal with you. Interpol. So ideally, I would like you to catch this. If you don't do that, they're going to eat you up alive. I've explained to you about your Illuminati and how lucky people are when they're not hanging around you, because behind that freaking mask, we don't know who really is. And while you'll appreciate your fancy freaking dresses, appreciate once you're out of that fucking dress and out of your bloody body and bones and flesh and whatever fuck it is, as to that little spirit of yours has a body, and when you go back to your spirit realm, you have a bigger body. If that's an ugly one to look at, oh God, you're so done for, because no matter how much you do the cosmetics and you go to the spa and you go to the beauty parlor, till you don't fucking do your hard work, you're not becoming beautiful again. Alright? Yes, since this is being spoken about, very important, find this chap. So what I have a feeling, what it is saying over here is, ogre is here. UJ, she has shapeshifted for Koshi Gupta according to me. My aunt, my father's sister called Koshi Gupta, was murdered apparently in 1993. This girl is bad news, huh? She's shitty news. She's not me. So UJ run the ogre beast, connected with the CIA in some way, or the CIA needs to find this lot. Connected with Rocky Fernandez and Tony Fernandez. Tony Fernandez can shapeshift for Elon Musk. Rocky Fernandez is short. He can shapeshift for Lex Fridman. Or they've been wearing their ET and screwing around. Whether anybody knows or doesn't know. There's Joe Rogan here too. JOEROGAN. These guys have shapeshifted for all of them. Who is RCI? RCI Church is from Bombay. Or they put him in a rut. RCI is Afghan Church. I see you. So maybe they affected Joe Rogan, Lex Fridman, EM, stole from them the ETs, put them in a rat. The beast quality is this. EM has lost money many times. He always starts over. He's a good guy. With poor I don't know. I don't think money is something he's able to make, but he dreams a lot. Lex Fridman must be a nice person. Joe Rogan also must be a nice person. These guys have stolen from the very beginning, and I gave you one example. They've had a tough life from the start. 3 generations. But then that's not good enough a reason to make excuses everywhere, to go to very key places around the world, pretend to be, and then bring toxicity, conning, scamming, and justifying it by a poor birth. Fooling the Indians also that you're going to make India a $1 trillion economy when you are very, very poor Atma when it comes to children. You have no problem standing in as parents, siblings, offsprings, and you have hit old people, you have harassed the children. You're not capable of doing good for people, no matter what excuses you make. It's hogwash. So anyway, actually it's a military issue. They should take very strict action. That's if they have the ability to. Okay, so let's close it over here. Yeah, it will be continued later on. We'll see tomorrow. It's 14:37, 30th of July 2025. Okay, I'm gonna close. Since this was Rahu time, Rahu Kal. The truth of the matter is, Rahu in India, everyone knows Rahu's head, the demon's head was cut by Vishnu primarily because Rahu was stealing stuff which was not his. The New Age Westerners have established Rahu, the dragon's head, as unrealized previous birth desires connected with materialism. But Rahu is still the demon, is still the beast quality of Atma, whose head was severed for stealing the drink of the gods, which Rahu had not earned, nor was he actually, he was not meant for it, but he grabbed it. So anyway, let's hope Vishnu and Shani and Shirdi Sai Baba and Ganpati and all the gods that support righteousness and goodness for true development and for true human welfare wake up and trigger the appropriate authorities to actually find out and take action against the miscreants and the unrighteous doers. Okay, so we close this over here.